Welcome to TYT Sports, everybody. Ben Mankiewicz and Drew Carter here. When I, as you know, and I'm a big Washington Bullets / Wizards fan, and I always loved Gilbert Arenas. Yeah. I always loved his game. When he was on, he could take over a game, and I didn't even really mind. I thought the league came down too hard on him. It turned out Javaris Crittenden was the bad guy in that. And, I got it. You shouldn't point a gun at anybody ever, right. But it wasn't loaded. And they were acting like idiots. But I always liked Gilbert. I really did. And his post-basketball life, assuming that he doesn't play anymore, he's young enough to come back, but assuming he doesn't appear to be, that's not. But I just like that, too. Last week he goes up on Instagram, and he went to the Orange County Fair. I'm looking at the photo right here. Take a look. You were saying they banned him?
They banned him. They wouldn't. He had too many stuffed animals. He won too many, so they wouldn't allow him to.
I'm looking at this photo here. He's got like 30.
He's got. You can't even see his kids. They're buried inside.
He's with his 4 kids, and he's got. Because he's not only does he have that, he's got all these stuffed animals. He's got a bag.
Yeah,
with just more stuffed animals.
The little ones. Yeah, I'm like, what Papa shot?
So Gilbert's been having fun on Instagram, and the latest thing he's done is he's been talking about his version of a all-star team from the 90s versus his version of a team from the first decade of this century. So the 90s versus the aughts. And here's what Gilbert has to say. This is Gilbert. And I got to say, it could use some punctuation. It would help us all out, but we'll try our best. What a debate this could be. But Allen was the shooting guard and Eric Snow was the point. So at point, you have J. Kidd or Nash. I take Kidd because he was 6'5", played defense, and added 5 to 8 rebounds. But since I have a real basketball mind, I'll move LBJ to the point, since anyone with a decent basketball IQ knows he's a point, not a 3. At shooting guard, I have a few options, but either way, I will lose a 30-point score, so this move is only to fit my team. Don't know what that means. I don't know what it means either, but I'm already into it.
He's created his own team. That's what.
But he's moving LBJ to the point.
Which he is a great basketball
Anyone with a basketball mind knows he's a point and not a 3. Let's continue. I will use a loophole. By the way, there's no loopholes. They're all loopholes. Yeah. You're making the whole thing up.
This is all fictitious.
But I'll use the loophole. I'll put T-Mac at the 2, Kobe at the 3, since him and Jordan were technically in the 3 spot in the triangle off. Ha-ha. Now it's the 4. Hands down, Duncan the best 4 ever. That's right. Hands down, Duncan the best 4 ever. Right.
I kind of get what he's saying with the part where the triangle stuff, but I'm just like, you can't just hashtag ha-ha. Like, what are we doing here? Like, is this supposed to be, is this funny?
It's a crazy stream of consciousness, but I like that he used a loophole.
That is.
All right, let's finish up. By the way, this is page 1. Now, this is the only reason Iverson is replaced by T-Mac at the 2, because number 5 can't be Shaq. So since I lose that big body, I made it up at the shooting guard spot. Shaq is a 90s center, drafted in 92, 93. So his 7 to 8 years in the 90s are better than his 2001, 2006, or 7 when he stopped being dominant. So a true 2000 center is Yao, or a 7'1" KG who hated the label center. So he played the 4 spot, shaking my damn head. Okay, so he was talking about the 2000 team, and he won't take Shaq on that team because Shaq's in the 90s.
Shaq was more dominant before 2000?
I think Shaq
I feel like Shaq didn't turn to the Diesel until 2000. Until like they started winning. Hakeem was putting him through the ringer when he was with the Magic. He was doing the Dream Shake. When they were in the finals, it was just like Shaq didn't turn dominant until it was like Lakers.
The thing of it is Shaq's most dominant years cross both.
Yeah. It's okay.
Loophole. Shaq is on both teams.
He's on both teams.
All right,
variable. That's the variable.
Let's look at page 2. It's not. Okay, now so that was 2000. Now the 90s. Stockton and MJ don't. I don't know what that is. Stockton and MJ don't. When Sir Charles played 3, but in the 90s, 3 was for more defensive-minded players. So Pippen would be the 3. Now at the power forward, you have Mailman or CB. But if you were smart, you would move Dream to the 4, since he was quick and fast and not really 7 feet like they claimed. I like it that there's a conspiracy like they all claim, but he wasn't 7 feet tall. And that would be a hell of a matchup to watch. Duncan versus Dream and the Diesel at the 5. So 90, Stockton, Jordan, Pippen, Dream, Shaq versus LBJ, T-Mac, Kobe, Duncan, and Yao. Now that's a real 90s versus 2000 debate. 90s, might edge us because of the defense, like us.
Like is he on the team? Or he's putting himself on the team.
Coming off the bench.
He's the GM. He's the GM of this thing.
90s might edge us because of the defense that group plays, and they were smart enough to just pound that shit inside. But off the bench is where the 90s squad has trouble keeping up because he's on the bench of the 2000s. 90s were known for their big men swing players were okay compared to 2000 players. Wilkins, Clyde, Hill versus laughing my ass off. I'll pick 2006 best shooting guard Vince C., which they couldn't keep up with, and I'll let Flash and AI rest. Signed, Gilbert.
I don't know about how he just like demoralized the 90s bench players. Like they just weren't anything.
I don't know what he's talking. I know it's fun. And I know I want to be in that conversation.
It's just good for just debates. It's just.
You're not allowed to use a comma on Instagram? Is that banned? Because it would help.
It would definitely help. Maybe just one period instead of the ... because I'm trying to see what you're leading me on to. And I'm like,
I don't know where it is, but I like it, and I like Gilbert Arenas, and I like that he wins all the stuffed animals, and he takes his kids to the fair, and I remain.
Need to go to.
All right, so those are the teams right there. The 90s versus 2000s. Stockton, MJ, Barkley, Mailman, Hakeem, Iverson, Kobe, LeBron at the point. Although obviously Iverson could handle that too at times. Duncan and Shaq. Who do you like?
2000s. I feel like Jordan, Kobe's a wash.
Didn't he put Shaq in the 2000s?
He did. Yeah, this is 2000s.
Yeah, but then
this is the starting five of each.
No, but so he put Shaq in the 2000s.
Yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah.
All right, I got it. All right.
So I'm thinking, Iverson over Stockton, Jordan, Kobe's a wash. That's just LeBron over Charles. Duncan's the greatest power forward ever. I'm not no disrespect to Karl Malone, which is, most score. He's the second highest scorer ever behind Kareem. And then I'm still stuck with the dream shake against Shaq. I feel like people are doubting Hakeem's ability against Shaq, because Shaq's gonna be dominant, obviously, and powerful. They're like, he's gonna foul out. But I'm like, he's gonna put Shaq through the ringer. He's gonna put him through the dream shake and the spin cycle.
I thought, first of all, I swear to God, he put Shaq in the 90s. But
he changed. Yeah, he had it, and then he had all these. The loophole. That was the loophole.
This is what he has. 7-game series. Who wins? I have the answer. I know.
Allison's gonna. I think the most key point is Allen Iverson. Honestly, out of everybody, he's gonna run John Stockton ragged.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
4-game sweep for the 90s. It's not close.
What?
You're going to put Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson on a team where other guys need the ball and expect that ball to get to those other guys. That offense is going to not work. It's going to be frustrated. They're sniping each other. John Stockton may not take a shot. It's ideal.
Who's that guy in the middle of the 90s? Charles Barkley. Who's going to deal with him? Who's going to deal with him on the team, demanding the ball? Like
he doesn't. He just wants to win. That team has won That team wins. That wins every single one of those teams. First of all, it has.
He's not going to succeed.
It has
Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
It does have Michael Jordan. But I still feel like Kobe and Michael are almost.
No.
I wouldn't say wash, but I feel like it's the best competitive. Duo. Yeah, I feel like those two is going to battle each other. Like other ones, you kind of like have an edge. I don't know who's going to have an edge, Michael or Kobe.
Sweep.
You just
sweep.
See, you see the age difference now. This is like
sweep.
You're more of the '90s guy. I'm more of the early 2000s. So obviously we're going to have our bias.
First of all, mostly what I have is the anti-Kobe bias. It's a pretty strong anti-Kobe bias.
I love Stockton, but I swear Allen is going to run circles around him.
And miss. It doesn't matter.
And miss what?
Well, first of all,
the scoring champion, and it was.
Here's what you have as good a rim protector as the NBA has seen in Hakeem. He'll run circles around him, and then good luck finishing.
Allen did it. It's not like they never played against each other. I feel like he was doing that against Hakeem and Jordan. They were a little bit older, but
in a team like what we learned from those international teams is that you can't have everybody want the ball.
Oh, for sure.
So having Stockton in that case is actually ideal. Will he have trouble keeping up with Iverson? Yeah, but he survived in the NBA.
Oh, for sure.
Keeping up with quicker point guards.
Yeah.
Quicker
than Iverson? You get somebody's quicker than him?
I don't know, but I just see Iverson and Kobe. That would be a disaster.
Then you got this guy.
And LeBron would be like, yeah, I know, because LeBron would be like, for the love of God.
LeBron actually doesn't. He doesn't mind being a facilitator.
And maybe
he can
LeBron,
be like a Magic kind of like, he's more of a.
And LeBron has been at his best in this decade.
Yeah.
Like in the 2010s.
He was like 16 when he got to the NBA.
Right, yeah. So sweep. I'll give him one game goes to overtime.
I'm going to go game 6 in 2000.
That's a crazy talk, and we'll never ever know.
We'll never know. Debate will go on forever.
But Gilbert, you don't have an answer. Gilbert.
Gilbert will know. Gilbert off the bench might be a game changer.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody.